All right, I'm back. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Get back from my technical issue. Hopefully this phone works better. Yeah, just waiting for people to join. All right, Vivni range test, 50 kilowatt hour range test. Had a bunch of people jumping on that live, and now I got nobody. Okay, can you hear me now? Had audio issues, and they're gone. Hey, can you hear me now? I had audio issues on my last live, so I'm trying it again. Perfect. Okay, sorry about that hiccup there with the audio. I have my old phone with me, so I can look at Leave Spy. I don't know what's going on with the microphone on that one, but obviously you guys couldn't hear me, so I had to switch to my other phone, the one I actually do the recording for my YouTube videos. But anyway, I'm at the tail end of this journey. I got 25% state of charge left, and according to Google Maps, I'm 34 miles out from home. I've traveled 137.1 miles so far on this new Vivni 50 kilo miles to home and 49 miles. So I'm gonna be cutting it a little close, and we all know what gasometer is. That means I'm gonna be cutting it pretty close. With that said, I have to go. Let's see, I got 137, almost 138 miles, 34 to go. I gotta go 172 miles to make it home. I should drive fast. Oh, not in an EV. You drive fast, but for little time. We all know how EVs work. The faster you go, the sooner you hit a fast charger. So this is an interesting little test because, you know, I can brag all I want about this car saying it can do 209 miles, but we all know what it says on the dash, not what it's really going to do. So I'm at 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour on average for this trip. And I've been keeping it right about 60 plus or minus a couple miles per hour. So should be getting the low battery warning any minute now because it's still based off the 24 kilowatt hour settings. Can't remember, was that 20 or 24% where you get the low battery warning? I know the new, my 62 kilowatt hour, I think is 6%, and then it gives you a low battery warning. I can't remember. It's be the first time I've had this battery this low in a, I think I've only had this Vivni battery this low one other time. And it's a funny story. I'll wait for more people to join to tell it. So do you think I should have range anxiety with 32 miles to go and 48 miles on the guessometer? Should I be concerned? It's hard to believe that I've been driving nonstop for 140 miles in a 2013 Nissan Leaf. About a 3-hour journey. Let's see, what's my elapsed time at? It's 2 hours and 48 minutes of straight driving. There was probably about 5 or 10 minutes that timer ran before I actually took off, but I've been driving, well, let's see, I still got 35 minutes to go, so I'm going to be, 3 hours and 15 minutes of driving straight on a single charge. And my efficiency just went up to 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour, sorry. Some people are going to get in the comments because I said kilowatt and not kilowatt hour. I know the difference. Sometimes I don't say it. So the last 34 minutes of this range test, still going strong. It's 62 degrees out for temperature, and the battery temperature has maintained about 67 degrees. I checked Leaf Spy not too long ago. Been driving for almost 3 hours nonstop, and the battery temperature has not climbed at all. Of course, I've been holding steady about 60 miles an hour. Again, I'm fluctuating because this doesn't have cruise control. I love cruise control, and the fact that I've been driving this long without it's driving me nuts. You guys remember where the low battery warning is on these first gen Leafs? Is it 20%, 16%? I can't remember. This has been in the car for my kids, and when it was my car, I used to hit it all the time. But I can't remember. Where's it give you a warning at? Is it 20? 16? I don't know. Yeah, I've been driving the same the entire way. The same rate of speed, the same acceleration style, all the way there, all the way back. I've had the climate control set on auto in 70 degrees, haven't touched it. So I've had the climate control on the entire time. We all know how you start running low on battery, you start shutting things off so you can make it. It's one of the reasons why I upgraded the battery, because I don't want to have to do that anymore. don't want my kids to have to do that. That's just my kids in the wintertime shutting the heat off, turning the seat heats on so they can make it home. That sucks. Being such a good car with such crappy little batteries to start with was... I think Nissan could have done a lot better with this car and probably had a bigger market share. Two things: larger battery and thermal management. This car would have been perfect. All right, almost at another checkpoint, almost down to 20% state of charge. Traveled 144 miles. 2013 Nissan Leaf. This is phenomenal. I got 27 to go. I got to hit 171 miles or I run out of battery before I get home. 171 miles I need to hit. It's going to be close. And I got 27 miles to go. I've had my Eco Trees completely full for, I don't know, the last half hour. Yep. Driving the Leaf 2013 with the Vivni 50 kilowatt hour upgrade batteries. The battery module upgrade. Ah, come on, don't bet on that. I think I'll be fine. I turned around with 54%. Should be good. I should make it. But we all know how EVs are when you think you're fine. Much longer I got to go? How much charge I got left? I got 26 miles according to Google Maps, and I'm at 20% battery. 25 miles, 20%. So we'll see. It's 62 degrees out. So a very mild day, so not excessive heat. It's not cold, so I never had to run the heat on this trip, but the AC has been on with the fan set at 2 bars almost the whole time. Uh, 144, yeah. That's what we calculated, I believe, based on the efficiency, but I think that time it said I was getting 3.6 miles per kilowatt hour, but I just looked at it and I'm getting 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour. So I think my efficiency went up, even though I am not driving any different. But I got 147 miles so far, and I got 24 to go. But fingers crossed, I don't need a tow truck. We got 24 miles left on Google Maps, 39 miles on the Guessometer, 20% battery left. I hope I don't have to disconnect the live to call a tow truck. That would suck. That would be embarrassing. Wonder how many people have gotten towed because they ran out of battery. I know every time you see an EV on the back of a flatbed, people are taking pictures of it, and it's always assumed they ran out of battery. My daughter's gotten towed home twice in this car because she blew a tire on a curve or a pothole. So every time an EV is on the back of a tow truck, doesn't mean it's because of the battery ran out. But we all know that EV hating crowd. First thing they're going to say, oh, I ran out of battery. Should have bought a gas car. Whatever. You know what I'm not running out of? Money. Saving a bunch of money. You know, I got a lot of friends that are anti-EV, and I hear it all the time. You thinking about getting one of these Vivni batteries? Yes. I tell you what, I was skeptical at first. I was apprehensive. I know. Kept watching their videos. I was watching their YouTube. I knew this car was getting near its end of its usable life with that degraded 24 kilowatt hour. And I knew I had to do something. I was either going to get rid of the car, which this has been my best used vehicle. Maintenance wise, I've put less into this vehicle than any other vehicle I've ever owned. So I was like, man, I don't want to get rid of pretty much a perfect car. And the car drives good. Yeah, I'm going to have things. I just replaced the wheel bearing. I'm going to have things that are going to go out. But mechanically, this is a sound car. It was originally a Florida car, so it doesn't have the Michigan rust. So I can get another 10 years out of this car easily. I'm looking at it going, but it can't make it to my dad's house and back in the winter because the range wasn't there. And I had to install a level 2 charger at my dad's house just so my son could make it there to visit his grandfather and make it home. That to me was like, oh, okay, I got a car that can't even go visit family in the same town in the wintertime. I had to make a decision, either get rid of the Leaf or buy the battery upgrade. So I bought the battery upgrade. I'm glad I did. I'm not gonna lie, this is totally unbiased. I mean this from the bottom of my heart, that this was a good purchase and a good upgrade. Because it took a car that was once I was on the verge of getting rid of it because it just didn't fit anybody's needs. To now, I can't see me getting rid of this car at all. What's OG? Not following you there. I think it's 16%. I'm going to get the warning for low battery. If I recall correctly, I think it is 16%. I'm at 17 right now. Still got 20 miles to go. The car says I can do 36. Ah, God, I hope I don't have to get a tow truck. My wife will have a field day if this thing shows up at the house on a flatbed. I asked her if she wanted to come along. She said no. I guess the thought of driving over 3 hours for the sake of a video wasn't appealing to her. I get it. If you would have asked me to tag along in your car so you can shoot a YouTube video for 3 hours and 20 minutes, I would say no as well. Are we going to take any bets if I'm going to make it? Any over-unders? Got any gambling people on here? Any bets? Am I going to make it? on my own power, am I going to get towed home? %17 battery left. I got 20 miles to go. I think I'm going to make it. I'm going to say 80-20 that I make it. Now, I don't think I've ran this battery under 10% before, so I don't know how it reacts the lower I get, but I do know that it's been pretty consistent. One time I actually took it down really low. It was my son's fault. I wanted to, could have killed him. He was home for the weekend from Michigan State, and it's not that far from where we live. But this car could only make it to Michigan State before the upgrade and didn't have enough battery to make it back home. Well, I drove him to his dorm, and as I'm pulling into the parking lot of his dormitory, he says, "Dad, I forgot my wallet at home." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "It's got my key card. I can't even get in the building." So I had to drive all the way back home, get his key card, and drive him all the way back to Michigan State, and then drive all the way back home. Mind you, this is also when all the tornadoes and bad storms were rolling through Michigan. I drove through that. I made him a little scared because I cracked the window. You can hear the tornado sirens going off. I mean, there's just horizontal rain. And I said, "You hear that noise?" And he looked at me, his eyes are all big. He was just like, "Yeah." I was like, "You know what that means?" I said, "That means there's a tornado and we're driving because you forgot your wallet." It was funny. He actually looked a little frightened. He thought we were going to get swept up by a tornado. We didn't. Obviously, everything was fine. But the Leaf made it 2 round trips, 1 charge. I was thoroughly impressed with the performance. 16-1 odds that I make it or don't make it. I'm at 16% right now, and I still got 16 miles to go. As long as I can do 1 mile per percentage, I should be okay. Nah, I feel better now. I think I'm going to make it. Again, this is pretty impressive. I'm at 155 miles driven, 16% state of charge. 155 miles I drove, all on a 2-lane highway, averaging, I kept it at about 60 miles an hour, except for, again, I go through these little small country towns where you got to go down to 35 and 45 miles an hour, then you pick back up. Like right now, it's 35 miles an hour through here. And in about, I don't know, a mile or two, I'll be back up to 55, 60 miles an hour. So if you guys are wondering about this Vivni battery, if you haven't watched it, I do have a playlist showing me installing it into this car. And I wouldn't say it's easy, but I wouldn't say it's difficult either. You need to be mechanically and electrically inclined, not necessarily a expert, but if you can do your own brakes and maintenance on your vehicle, you can do the mechanic part of this. It's not mechanically, it's very simple. Electrically, you need to understand they do give you a lot of really good instructions. So even if you're not electrically sound, they tell you connect this wire to here and this wire to here. You need to be able to know how to shrink wrap, do some for the heat shrink tubing. That is something that's important because you don't want any isolation faults. Maybe you should think about storytelling on YouTube. You have a good press. Oh, thank you. I have a hard time keeping up with the the leaf stuff. I've been delayed on doing this test because I've been so busy at work. I wish I had more time to do things like that. That would be fun, I think. No, I do enjoy what I do on YouTube. I don't do it for monetary reasons. Is my channel monetized? Yes. But I don't even make enough money in a month off YouTube to take my wife out to dinner. Put it to you that way. YouTube doesn't pay me that much because, well, let's just face it, I don't have hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers. I don't have the people to back up to make any kind of significant money on YouTube. And I'm okay with that. I'm not doing this for the money. It's nice to get a little extra money back from the time I have invested in this, but it's not why I do it. But thank you for that. That's nice. 14% left. 14 miles to go. I'm dropping about 1 mile per percentage. I need to do less than that. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it. Creeping on 160 miles driven in a 2013 Nissan Leaf. Ah, thank you. Appreciate that. You know, it kills me when I see people on YouTube that do crazy things because they got the following they need to be able to spend money. I look at Whistling Diesel destroy a Cybertruck on his YouTube channel. Guy can drop $150,000 for the sole purpose of destroying it. That amazes me that you have that much money to throw away. But he has such a big following that his YouTube revenue paid for the truck. He's, I don't aspire to ever get like that, but I won't cry if it happens, but I do this as a hobby, so that was. I'm going to start trying to do solar arrays. That's coming up. God, now I don't know where that stupid alert is for when low battery alert. It must be 10%. I'm not getting an alert for low battery. I thought it was 20%, but well, 11 miles to go, 13% on the guessometer. Pretty sure we're gonna make it. I got 160 miles driven. This is gonna end up being a 171 mile trip. I might go further out of my way and double back to see how close to zero I can get and how many miles I can actually get out of this thing. guess I should have went with can you hear me now? Or is it mobile? I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, in society where you get that instant gratification and the shock value will grab people's attention. Yeah, I'm breaking up due to internet cellular coverage in this area. This is a bad area for my coverage, so you might get some. It'll clear up here in the next mile or two. So if it does break up, I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just poor cellular service for mobile. I travel this road a lot for work, and I drop calls and everything through here. I've dropped the live a couple times, and I've seen it reconnect. So definitely gonna make it. I'm at 12% battery, 9.2 miles to go. So I'm definitely gonna make it. I don't have any worries, no concerns. Again, I may drive past my road just to put some more miles on it and get it as close to zero as I can without getting too worried. But I'm actually down to one battery bar because I just went under 12%. So and 8 miles to go. Actually, I'm going to go a different route than what it's telling me, but it's going to be 8 or 9 miles. The way it's telling me to go is off a side street. I'm going to stay on the highway. Time is it right now? It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. Whew. Excuse me, long time to be driving. Where's here? .6 hours. I'm going to guess UK. Ah, there you go. Just saw it pop up. Never visited the UK. Been to Europe several times. Never visited the UK. Been to Greece, Germany, Italy, Switzerland. All right, guys, we're coming close to the end. Less than 7 miles to go, 10% battery. I normally don't want to run batteries down this low. Really low state of charge, not necessarily good. You know, you don't want to keep them at 100% for a long period of time either. So. Getting close, about 10 more minutes, I will be ending this drive. I think I'm just going to end it. I think you'll be able to get the picture with 5 or 6% left. Probably be a little bit more than that, but .10% battery left, 166 miles driven. It's amazing. At 9%. I didn't get a low battery warning. I thought it was more than that. Did something change on this? Anybody got a Nissan Leaf first gen? When did you get the low battery warning? I don't. I'm at 9%. I haven't got a low battery warning. Ah, Home of Robin Hood. Nice. Six miles. 6 miles to go. We're getting close. Vivni 50 kilowatt hour range test coming to an end in about 6 miles. I got 9% battery. I've been driving for 3 hours and 18 minutes. All on one charge. All on a single charge. .8 miles per kilowatt hour efficiency. Excuse me. The last 5 miles. There's the low battery level warning. It's at 8%. I don't remember it at 8% before. When did I thought this was at like 20 or 24% and give you a low battery warning? Maybe it's based on mileage and not percentage, because I got 16 miles left on the Guessometer and I just got the low battery warning. I know for a fact it wasn't 8% for the low battery warning on this car in the past. I thought it was 24%, which may have been 16 miles. So maybe it's based on how many miles you have to drive, not percent state of charge. Something I just learned, because I'm sitting here waiting for this warning to come up, and it just popped up at 8%. Interesting, Nissan. I always thought it was based on percentage. So your Guessometer, that is never accurate, is how you warn people how much battery they have left. You could have done better, Nissan. You could have done it at state of charge, and it would have been the same for everybody. But now it's based on driving habits. Whatever. All these years, I thought it was percent state of charge. Learn something new every day. So I'm about ready to turn off this highway. I'm getting really close to my home. I got 7% battery left, more than enough to get there. I'm about 3 miles out. But this is the end of the range test, and currently my dash says I have driven 170.6 miles on a single charge, doing about 60 miles an hour the entire time. 60 miles an hour the entire time. I got over 170 mile range. Real world range. Not, now again, I'm going to do a part 2. I'm going to repeat this, but I'm going to do it on the expressway. I'm going to do it at 75 miles an hour. Why 75? Because the speedometer is 4% off on these Nissan Leafs. All of them. They're all 4%. So whatever you're doing, take 4% off. That's how fast you're really going. Stupid. Why can't it just be right? All right, so getting off the express or the highway. We'll have one stop sign, make a left, and then I'll be home. I did make one stop at a gas station for snacks because I don't need gas. So I made one stop and I left the car on so I wouldn't reset any timers or this or that. Turned the climate control, turned everything off so I wasn't killing the battery while I was stopped. So that's the only thing I did. I made one pit stop. I was thirsty. I had to get some water and got some snacks. Have you tried these? Have you tried these? Don't. If you haven't, don't, because they're highly addictive. But I'm at 6% now. 172 miles. 1.2 miles from my driveway. Man. So I timed that out pretty good. I turned around at 54%. I'm getting back. I'm going to have maybe 5% left. 5 or 6% left. So, and I did do a rapid acceleration to do a Leaf Spy test. I might do that again. Let's if I can. If I can get Leaf Spy to work. Can't get off this screen, so let me exit it and I'll reopen it. There it goes. Might still be connected. All right, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna connect Leaf Spy. I'm gonna do a screen recording. For some reason, it doesn't want to connect. I want to track the millivolts. I'm going to floor it on this last stretch of road and see the millivolt difference while I'm at a super low state of charge. And it's not connecting. You guys ever have that problem with Leaf Spy where it just does? Oh, I think it just connected. Nope, it did not. Nope, there it goes. I see it switched to 19 millivolts. So I'm going to go this way just to make sure. I have to go that way, but I'm going to go this way for now just to make sure I see a change here. Yep, I see 42 millivolt difference. So I'm going to turn around this guy's driveway. I'm going to turn my screen recording on. And we are going to record this millivolt difference at a super low state of charge. And I'm going to turn heat on high so I have a massive draw. All right, ready for launch. 44. 84. I hit 67 miles an hour, which is 84. My screen just went to dashes. I do not have any more battery left. 84 millivolts. And a super low state of charge while I full acceleration and the heat on high. There you go. All right, signing off.